Hello, my beautiful friends. Julianne here with Julianne and Art. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. If you're new, I'd love it if you consider subscribing. I'd love to have you stick around. I know I haven't been putting out a lot of videos lately. I really am hoping to change that and get back into more of a rhythm. May was a low month for me, just like mentally, emotionally, all the things. It was just rough. So I didn't really color much for May, so I'm going to share with you today what I colored in April and May. You will see there was an amount of coloring done in May, but it was very, very little. So it was so little that I didn't even write anything in my planner for May. So I think I have my pages that I did in April, and then in May I had all these plans. Basically, going forward, I'm not doing any of the cozy groups. It's just, I think that was part of what overwhelmed me. But look, I didn't write a single thing down. I did do a couple of pages, which I'll show you, but we'll start with what I actually did do. I'm not sure what order it is, so we'll just go with the order they're sitting on my shelf here. So we have Cute Fairy Tales by Selena Fennick, and most of these are part of a group, like a group buddy color on Instagram. So this one was for a Disney one that was Cinderella, and it is all alcohol marker and lots of little gel pen details. And I think he used the Jelly Roll, the Stardust, the clear Stardust for the glitter bits on her dress and on the shoe. I feel like the shoe I could have done better. I could have gone over the lines in white, and I don't know, but whatever. It's so small, it doesn't really stand out. I did fill in here to make a back railing because the stairs just like went up and into nowhere, so I didn't like that, so I added that in. And yeah, so entirely alcohol marker, and you can see on her dress here I kind of did some cross hatching with some fine white Jelly Roll to give it a little bit of a tulle look, and then made it glittery. So I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I think this is just for the border I did black acrylic paint just with a touch of silver in it, just to give it a little bit of a shine. And I think the camera doesn't pick it up as nicely, but it does look pretty good in person. I do see that it's a little streaky there. I think it's more noticeable on camera as well. So that's that one. I do like the effect that I did on the moon. Also, the stars and the silver outline for the moon are the Uniball Signo Clear. So yeah, I think I'm quite happy with it overall. I'm happy with the shading that I managed just with alcohol marker, and her hair is good. And I got lazy around the stairs. Also, like, most of my grays are running out. So whatever. I am happy with it. I think it looks really cute. So that's that one. Oceans to Stars. This one I wanted to do as a project book. So I did do the April Aries page. It's all with either, I mean, it's a combination of Inktense and my Arteza watercolor pencils. I did want to go in with a little bit more pencil shading to deepen the texture of her hair, but I haven't, and I'm okay with it as it is. And I might go in and add a little bit more, like just for a little bit more depth, a little bit more shading. But I'm calling her complete, and I think it's okay. It's okay for now. I do think she needs a little bit more, but like I said, for the lack of motivation that I've had for coloring, I'm content to just call this done. And I did not get to my May page, so hopefully I can do that this month and the June page. As I film this, I want to say it's like June 3rd. No, June 5th. So yeah. Next we have Aries World Literature. This is a project book with, oh, I wanted to say, so I'm super out of practice, so I apologize for any blank thoughts, blank words. I have an Oceans to Stars hashtag. I'm co-hosting a group color along with this with Emily Art Studios and Juliet of Juliet Colors and Evelette the Coloring Mermaid. And so for you guys to color along. So like I said, this was the April page. This was the May page. I didn't get to do it. And then this is the June page. So I'll put the hashtag up at the top if you do want to color along with us for any of those. And if you do it behind, still use the hashtag. We're not picky about making sure you get it done on time, because let me tell you, I'm going to be behind, and it's not going to be the last time I'm sure that I'm behind. So next we have Aries World Literature, and this is a project book with Jo of Geordie Colors and Kate of Kate's Coloring Haven and Emily of Art Studios and Veronica Dunn on Instagram. And I finally completed this page, the Town Mouse, Country Mouse, and it's almost entirely with ink tints. There is, I think the light yellow here is my Arteza watercolor because my ink tints don't have a light enough color. I'm really happy with it. Let me zoom you out just a touch. Yeah, I'm like all of the shading and everything was just done with the ink tints and then activated, and I didn't go in and add any more shading. I really tried to get the shading that I was looking for just with the ink tints alone, and I'm super happy with it. I love how the fruit looks. I love like the pears and all of it. For the grape colors, my partner works at a vineyard, so he actually sent me pictures of the Maréchal Foch grapes that were ripe or ripening, and so I used the colors of the more ripe Maréchal Foch grapes for this. So it is very specific winery grapes. If you were thinking that maybe they looked a little darker or you hadn't seen grapes quite like that, I did base it off a picture. If I can find the picture, I'll insert it, but it was quite a while ago. So like I've been working on this page for ages, so it was quite a long time ago when he sent it to me. And then I did actually start these two basing again with ink tints, and I haven't gone any further with it, but that's okay. I'm content enough. And then I think the May page is this for Mother one, because it was gifts for Mother, and I think when we agreed on it, we didn't quite realize that it was holly. Like making it quite a Christmassy page, but that's okay. It is what it is. Depending on when I get to it, I might try to just like use a paint pen and change the shape of the leaves, but we'll see. I'm gonna focus on these ones first, I think. But I'm gonna be changing the way that I prioritize my coloring going forward, because I'm just not feeling the pressure that I've been putting on myself. So the planner page is the next one that I wrote down, which I did not do, but I have colored this much of it, and it's with this is the April planner page. I never even touched the May one. I have a whole bunch of different cheap alcohol markers, And this is done with this little art skills set, which is this here. And I got these at like Sam's Club in Texas. And they are the worst of my alcohol markers. All of the touch ones are better. And, oops, sorry, knocking the camera again. The touch, the coal part, they're all better than this. These are literally the worst ones, the worst colors, the worst everything. So I don't recommend them. But I have them and I want to use them. So I thought I would just use it on this, especially like in here. It's kind of low stakes coloring. It's not, I don't know that I would actually keep it after. Maybe if I really liked a page, I would tear it out to keep, but I don't know. It's not like an actual coloring book where it's more value to me mentally. So that's that one. Next I haven't written everything down. So, Mystical Muse by Rebel Pixie. This is a really cute book. And I did this one. And it was a group challenge to be inspired by a song. And so the song I chose is called Safe Upon the Shore by Great Big Sea. And they're a Canadian band from Newfoundland. And this is basically like the opening line of the song. A girl upon the shore did ask a favor from the sea. Return my blue-eyed sailor boy safely back to me. Forgive me if I ask too much. I will not ask for more, but I shall weep until he sleeps safe upon the shore. It's a beautiful song. I absolutely love it. I absolutely feel like it was me and my partner in a previous life kind of thing. Like I feel like in a past life, I have been that girl upon the shore asking for her lover to be returned who, did not make it. The ship didn't make it kind of thing. So it's, again, all alcohol marker. I'm really happy with I'm very happy with the whole overall look of it. I think... Yeah, okay, so this is one of my first times trying to create the glow look. I am quite happy with how I did that, including how I did the glow on the rocks. The water, I had gone over it in alcohol marker, and I really wasn't happy. So then I literally went over it entirely with paint pen. And so the water is entirely done with paint pen now. And I'm much happier with it. And I kind of like went in with the blue and then with the black and kind of blended them together a little bit to blend them out so it wasn't quite so stark. And then went in with some white and then some yellow over the white and kind of blended them. But the overall finished effect I'm quite happy with. I do wish I had neater printing, but I don't. So that is what it is. All the other tags here were just pages I was hoping to do that I didn't do. So this one here, I don't know if I've shown you this before. I don't know if it was from March. I don't think it was March. I'm quite sure this was an April page. Yeah, this must have been an April page. I just didn't write it down. But it's Sweet Night. This is by Anna Amelia. And this was for Vivian's mood board. And I apologize if I have shown you. Like I said, I might have shown you, but it was still there, so I don't remember it, and I don't have it written down in my planner. So again, it's all alcohol marker. It was based on a mood board with the color palette, so I took some of the patterns and put them in. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but so this page was done first, and this was part of an element in the mood board, and I thought it looked really cool, and I liked the way that I did the wavy lines kind of fanning out as if they were centered from the pot of stars. And so when I did this one, I really liked the colors for the sky. So I used the same colors in the sky here. And yeah, so I just thought it was, I liked this sky so much that I repeated it in the other book. So that's that one, Sweet Night by Anna Amelia. There's, again, like it's all alcohol marker and some, the gold, this might have been one of a paint pen, just like an A in art or something like that. And then the stars are Uniball Gold Signo, and then some Jelly Roll Moonlight and just normal white Jelly Roll. So that's that. And right at the end of April, I squeaked out, this was a buddy color with Candace of Happy Catastrophe. The Huldra Folk Mountain Village Coloring Book by Ogda. And so yeah, Candace and I did this page. Again, I was trying to do the glow, and I really didn't want to do skin color, but I didn't want to make her hair like green, or her skin like green or anything. So I just kind of went with this weird terracotta type color. But I'm happy with it. I tried to use some reference pictures for the little chicken patterns and do some textury things. So I like how it turned out. Again, entirely alcohol marker. There's only the slightest bit of paint pen for doing these patterns. They're from a reference picture. And I think that's a little bit of paint pen here to try to give the little pink around the eye, because that's what I saw on when I Googled the chickens. And I will show you Candace's page here. And she did hers much faster than me, and then she waited really patiently for me. And I think I actually got it done, like, I know it was late, but yeah. So thanks, Candace, for coloring with me. And I promise next time I will not take so long. Next, we have some PDFs. Now, these are all going to be more cozy pages and from the cozy challenges. So I do enjoy them, but I definitely burnt out on them. So this is from, I can't remember who, Chewy Mac runs on Etsy, but it's like a different, like CMH or something, designs for the coloring books on Amazon. But I'll put the name up top. And so, again, entirely alcohol marker. My blue was running out and was looking kind of streaky, and that's okay. And I like how I did the plants and, you know, gave them some texture and her little sparkly shoes. And I'm happy with the stone. I used reference pictures for trying to do this kind of tile work on the bistro seats. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. It was the challenge was it was a movie color palette challenge. So it was supposed to be Elle from Clueless. And I didn't have one that looked like a scene from the movie, but I felt like this gave me Elle vibes. So that's why I went with that. And then this one, I believe, was another Vivian's color palette. And I really love it, actually. I kind of ended up regretting putting the pattern on the pants, but the pattern was on the pants in the inspiration mood board. I'm really happy with her hair and the texture that I gave her hair. And yeah, I mean, I think it's really cute. The color palette definitely speaks to me. I did try to cover more of the black lines than I usually do. So like almost everything is covered except for here in the window and these strings. Even like this, I've all covered in gray. And a little bit of lines in her hair I didn't cover. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it overall. And if I can find the inspo pictures for these mood boards, I will insert them. But because they're all April, like they're pretty far back in my photos, so they may or may not appear in the completed pages video. There's a lot of paint pen in this page as well. So then this one here. Oh, this page is also another one from Chewy McRuns. I'll try to remember to link her Etsy shop. But I know that she does have coloring books as well on Amazon. So this was supposed to be a self-portrait. So it was a group started and it was self-portrait. And so this page is from Couple Goals by Joe Coco. You can see here at the bottom. And so there was actually an umbrella, like a table umbrella here and some other things. And I actually cut out a paper and it actually comes down here. You can kind of see the line for it. And I cut out all along here with the piece of paper and I put it over top so that I could just have it open background. This is basically what our deck looks like. There is a house here, but I was not going to draw in the house that blocks our view. But there is a house here and there is a house here normally that blocks our view. And then there is this tree that we lament because it blocks the nice open view of the lake that we have. So this is my pajamas that I wear frequently, and my partner reading Zane Grey, and our little mugs that we use. This is Lily with her little llama toy and Maggie asking for pets. And there were little gnomes here, so I cut out these dogs from, I think, another Chewy McRuns book and glued them on. And yeah, basically I glued on this whole page, but I colored everything first and I colored up under behind it, and I had it attached using a clipboard. I think I was using a clipboard to keep it in place. Like the whole top of this part I had kept attached when I cut out the rest so that I could clip it and it could stay in place while I colored. This is supposed to be a song sparrow because wherever we've lived, we've always had a little song sparrow living in the bushes outside our door, and we like to make friends with them. So it's mostly alcohol marker and some paint pen. This little dog was holding a basket, so I painted over the basket and I made it her little toy. And yeah, I mean, I'm super, super happy with how it turned out, and like the texture that I managed on the dogs and stuff. And this is supposed to be a croton plant. Not sure if you can recognize that. So this is actually printer paper. The other ones I print on the nice smooth paper for alcohol marker, but because I wasn't sure how easy it would be to glue and how smooth it would be, so that's why I actually did this one just on printer paper. And then, so that was the end of April pages. And then I did do this one in at the beginning of May, and it was another cozy group challenge, and it was a travel one, and the theme was Canada. And so I wanted to do something that illustrated, like, well, basically kind of looks like it could have been taken where I live. So I actually used a sunset that I had taken a picture of as my inspiration for the colors. And what I did was I went over all of this foreground in gray first. Aside from, like, I put the yellow lines for the glow, but then I went over everything in gray so that when I went over with the colors, it looked in shadow. And I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really cool. Up here, I did go over in white, but the white, as you probably know if you use white to cover thick black lines, it never, you have to go over it a couple of times. So I only just went over it once because I liked that it kept it just kind of gray. So I'm quite happy with this. I was more comfortable with the water. I know it looks really browny, but that's, like I said, I did try to use the inspiration picture of a sunset picture that I have taken myself. So that was just kind of how the colors looked, like quite muted with the real gray, whatever, gray beigey kind of running in together. So that's it for the PDF. So that was like the last page that I really completed. And then I didn't do anything at all for a couple of weeks in May. And then towards the end of May, I finally did get a little bit more inspiration to get going on something. And so this is Mine Rice Dirt Europa by Rita Berman. And I have those little post-it tags everywhere. So I'm working on this page as a buddy color with a friend, Colleen, on Instagram. And I basically started with the bricks, and then I went to the roses. And I decided I'm going to do both pages at the same time, and because they look like they go together. And so that's basically as far as I've gotten with that. But I really wanted to, because I got burnt out. I got burnt out on powering through things. I got burnt out on just alcohol marker and just doing things fast. And so I really wanted to take the time to just do nice shading and give it some, I don't know if you could tell that some of it is like a little bit more peachy and some of it's a little bit more pinky, and only certain petals have the more peachy. And again, like, that's deliberate, and I used some inspiration picture for it. So I'll just continue to plug away on that. And like I said, I'm just coloring both pages at the same time. There's no roses on this page, so that's why it looks behind. But like, I started with these bricks and just did them both at the same time. So that's that. And then the other one that I did do that I would say is nearly complete is Kawaii Tarot by Lulu Mayo. And I did this 7 of Cups octopus, and the only thing that I didn't do is the banner here. I would like to color in the banner and the lettering, and then maybe just put a little bit of shading so that the banner looks 3D. But I hadn't quite decided how I want to do the banner, because I think I want to make them consistent throughout each suit. So like, all the banners of one suit is one color. So I probably won't even bother with the banner until I'm doing this part as well, and then I can make them both the same. And I might do the lettering with the Uniball Gold Signo, which means that I might decide to go over these little cups with the Uniball Gold Signo as well. But we'll see. Anyway, I colored it entirely with Prismacolor, and I love it. I really love it. I did find some Etsy octopus watercolor print off of Etsy that I kind of used as just like a little bit of inspiration for the lighting and shadow placement and stuff. And then I just kind of went with it, and once I got a feel for how I was doing it. So yeah, I'm really happy. This is something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, is like playing with many colors that don't really go together, and doing that kind of coloring. So I'm super happy with it. And then the background, I drew in the lines. They weren't there, but I did want it to have that look. And then just like a little bit of white gel pen. This one's different though. Do I have it here? No. It's like a Uniball Signo, but it's not. It's like a Pentel milky white, which it is milky. So yeah, I liked that. And then everything is burnished with the Prismacolor blender pencil because, well, because obviously, because I wanted it burnished. I wanted to smooth it out. And it's such a magical blender pencil and I love it. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. And like I said, it's complete for now because I probably won't worry about the banner until I'm doing the other page, like the other one. Because basically my thought is I want to make all of the banners for one suit one color. So like for the cups, maybe blue, and then for torches, maybe like red or orange, and you know, torches, wands, whatever, and then swords. I think swords is air, so maybe like yellow for them, and then coins, maybe green. I don't know. We'll see. And then probably purple for the major arcana. So that's I'll decide on a color combo to do it with. So that's basically what I've colored for May and April. And it's definitely not what I had hoped. I would have liked to have. No, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. Like, it was just a crappy month for me, and I really just didn't feel like coloring. I didn't feel like doing anything. A lot of days, I just wanted to go climb back into bed, and, you know, literally staying up was the capacity of what I could do. I am feeling better. I'm not feeling back 100%, but I am definitely feeling a lot better than I have in a month. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think April, like I was feeling fine in April. It was just the last 2 weeks of April I was really busy and didn't have time to color. But at the end of April and beginning of May, then things just kind of got a little bit crappier for me personally. And so yeah, I just, like I said, I just didn't have anything. But I have been reading more and I have been enjoying that. And I'm going to, I think, do a little color and chat pretty soon. And I have some ideas for coming out with a little bit more regular content. But in the meantime, thanks for watching and thanks for sharing your time with me. And I know my favorite page is this one. I call one of these cards a page. I don't think I have to do two of them to call it a page. So that is a page for me. But yeah, it's definitely my favorite. But you know what? I'm really, really happy with some of the cozy pages that I did. Like, I really do think this one is quite stunning. And I am super, super happy with this one, the self-portrait. So there are definitely lots of things that I'm quite happy with here. So yeah, let me know what was your favorite. I know there's lots of cozy pages this time, and I'm not doing away with the cozy, but I definitely want to get back into more of the regular coloring and not just all the cozy all the time. So yeah, let me know what was your favorite. Thank you for watching, and thanks for sharing your time with me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Be kind to yourselves out there. Bye-bye.